Hello everyone! In this video, we will go through the process of creating an illustration in grayscale and then adding color. This method is beneficial and effective for both beginners and experienced artists, as it focuses on tone rather than color. We will start by creating the illustration entirely in shades of gray. On a new layer, begin with a light gray color for the background. This will be a winter-themed illustration, but using pure white for the snow is not recommended. Transform your Procreate projects with more than 4,000 brushes, fonts, textures, and 3D models available in the Brush app. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code on your screen to access them now. Create a new layer. Go to Canvas, greater than Drawing Guide, greater than Edit Drawing Guide. Choose the perspective mode. Slightly shift the vanishing point to the side and click Done. We use a single vanishing point since this will be a top-down view of a winter forest. Enable Drawing Assist on this layer. Select a medium gray tone. Use the Blackburn brush with a light texture. Draw the tree trunks. The drawing guide will help maintain the correct angles for the trees, according to perspective rules, and because the earth is round, if we extend the growth lines of the trees, they will converge at a single point. The closer the tree trunk is to the viewer, the thicker it appears. Sketch trees on both sides, leaving a central path through the forest. Once the trees are drawn, disable Drawing Guide and Drawing Assist. Refine the shape of the trees using the eraser and the untitled brush. At the bottom, create a more oval shape, as tree trunks are roughly circular in cross-section. In the center of the illustration, draw a focal point. A character lying in the snow, making a snow angel. Use a darker gray shade to outline the form. Sketch the basic shape of the character, wearing a jacket and hat. Use selection greater than freehand and transform to adjust the arm's length if needed. Break the character into shades of gray, refining the shape more clearly. Use dark gray for the jacket, lighter gray for the pants, and dark gray for the shoes, and match the hat and gloves to the pants. For the face tone, select light gray as a placeholder. Use the eraser to clean up the edges and adjust the shape. Move a new layer below the tree and character layers. On this layer, Draw the snow angel and some shadows using the soft airbrush with a darker tone than the background. Outline the snow angel's silhouette. Then use a darker tone, reducing the brush size, to add shadows under the character where the falling shadow occurs, and along the angel's outline, as it represents an indentation in the snow. Add marks for the movement of the arms and legs. Use an even darker tone to define the most profound shadow areas. Add additional details, marking footprints with light gray along the path to where the character made the snow angel. Adjust the shapes of these footprints. Use the medium-hard airbrush on a new layer to draw the falling shadows of the trees. Imagine the light source from above and at an angle, casting shadows outward from the trees. Hold the pencil on the canvas to straighten shadow lines. Some tree shadows may overlap or fall onto neighboring trees. Create a new layer above the tree layer and enable clipping mask. Select a darker shade of the tree color and use the Blackburn brush to shade the shadowed sides of the tree trunks for depth. Add falling shadows on neighboring trunks. Highlight illuminated parts of the tree trunks with a lighter gray. Add an even lighter gray to areas closest to the light source, using a smaller brush for precision. On a new layer with clipping mask, use dark gray to add birch-like stripes randomly on the tree trunks. using a lighter snow color on the footprints layer to highlight areas where light falls. On the tree shadow layer, darken the edges of shadows closest to the tree trunks using the soft airbrush and alpha lock. Gradually blend the shadows outward. Above the background layer, create a new layer, select a darker snow tone, and darken the lower and side edges of the illustration using the soft brush. Brighten the top area with white. Return to the tree texture layer, select dark gray, and add darker patches in the shadowed areas of the tree trunks. Enhance the texture in some places and darken the lower parts. Add highlights in almost white to the light exposed parts of the tree trunks, enhancing the texture. Focus on detailing the character. Create a new layer, enable Clipping Mask, and use Noise Brush 5. Choose a slightly lighter tone than the jacket and add volume by highlighting areas with the most light. Use dark gray to outline and shade the coat, pants, and shoes. Use soft airbrush to add folds and refine the shading. Add light gray highlights to create depth and folds. Use dark gray to refine the transitions between the pants and shoes, and add shadow to the soles. Repeat the same for the gloves, and define the shape of the hat. Shade the face with darker gray tones for contours and features like eyes, nose, and lips. Use light gray to highlight raised facial features and other parts like the hat and jacket. Use white to outline the snow angel and brighten the center slightly. Lighten some footprints for additional detail. Add a light snow texture using Grain and Noise Brush 4. Use a darker snow tone for the illustration's edges and white for reflective highlights to simulate snowflakes catching the light. Using the same brush, add bright highlights in white to simulate light reflecting off individual snowflakes. Group all layers and duplicate the group to preserve the ability to edit later. Use selection greater than freehand to isolate areas like the hat and gloves. Fill them with red on a new layer above the character. Enable the clipping mask and set the blending mode to color. Adjust hue, saturation, and brightness for a balanced look. Repeat the process for the jacket. Select and fill the area. Enable clipping mask and set blending to color. Adjust the color as needed. Paint each element on a new layer for easy adjustments later. Complete coloring the entire character layer by layer. Select the tree layer, create a new layer, enable clipping mask, and start with a light yellow. Adjust the blending mode and tint to achieve a more violet-gray hue. Fill a new layer with light blue and adjust the blending mode. Experiment with different modes for unique effects. Add another layer for tree shadows, repeating all previous steps while filling with saturated blue. Darken the start of the shadows with a deeper blue tone. To make the shadows more intense, duplicate the color layer with shadows, set the blending mode to darken, and adjust the opacity to 20%. What a beautiful illustration we've created! Like the video, leave your feedback in the comments, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss new videos. See you in the following videos.